Lemon pepper from where?
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
No. Yeah, because I got to get my dev. I don't know if how many.
Hey, 0. Get wide. Hey, 0. 14.
Now Wilson on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
One up for the boy to get the straight fade, but not no more.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Got a gun play about that.
Tamaki was shot, and the bullet contains some kind of drug I've never heard of before. One that destroys quirks.
G?
What? Tamaki, you're okay, right?
Dog, that nigga still a cokehead.
Well, I slept. Here, look. Got this cow hoof and everything. Guess we know what you had for breakfast. Glad to know the effects are permanent, at least. So this stuff is exactly.
Yeah. Where you at? Where you at?
So after the run for no gain,
damn, boy, that's gonna be a long field goal, though, boy.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Shoot.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
Yeah.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Nah, he was pressed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I think he was in the cover 3 press, bro. He was pressed.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Back in that A.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. Shoves him away. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
46. 54. 54. I got one.
They're going to try and throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards?
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Here go 46.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
You got to make a decision, Keith.
He goes down. Jaron Reed. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly.
Hell of a punt.
It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play,
Damn, my mistake. Well,
frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the Seattle. Ezekiel Elliott, 84 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on third down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. On third down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You must be drinking.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. They'll try to run it in with Elliott.
What's up, bro?
He's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Beat him, bro. You need to beat him.
Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
And she called you when she halfway
only to
sleeping.
about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Prescott.
Come on, Griffin.
There as that sets him up better for third down.
That's because that boy missing an arm.
Zone defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the
Whatever, that nigga missing a hand, an arm, whatever the fuck he
They did it
missing.
well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Prescott.
Oh, I'm glad he caught it like that, because that boy was supposed to
So much
score.
for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the
35,
big
up.
play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
What's the score, Unleash?
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join
Who,
Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have
I love
stats and
my
scores from
D-line,
games
boy.
in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
When this offense can get their tight
I
ends
said you gotta
involved,
make
they
a
can move the
decision.
football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's complete to
That's how you hold on to that whole locket.
Get him down up past the
Let's go, let's
15-yard
drive.
line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, Wilson.
I'm gonna get myself.
Completes it to Jennings.
I'm gonna get that myself.
Well upfield across
go.
the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Who is that?
Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Front left, 50 seconds, Mike. Out, get him.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Safarian-Jenkins has it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What's up?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Let's go.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Yeah.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
49 sit at the half.
Is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Go Heat.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together.
Come on, Bobby, make a nigga fumble.
Right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They stay on the ground, Geis again, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
No, that's me. That's my safety.
Second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his running back.
Oh, you had him at slot. Okay.
And they work this well
I ain't even peep.
across
That's my
the
fault.
45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Check. Watch 54. Watch it. We're going to 53. Hey. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
I tried to shoot back inside.
Diggs, his intended receiver.
But you had a clean pocket too.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Versatility and showing those hands. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson.
He's too slow.
For Dorsett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed.
Harrison Smith? Mm-hmm.
Wait, just get them a Nest Hub from Google and give them what they've been asking for all year. More photos of you.
Heart been broke so many times.
To him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
What the fuck's he at now?
Check 24, check 24. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
What? 3-15. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, alert. Good.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 53.
Wilson will throw again. Leading the pressure right. And big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
What? 280. 57. Push left. Rush in.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, they had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Kill.
Prescott now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side
That
to
nigga
that
had
incompletion.
all that time in
What's
the
that?
pocket.
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Well, that boy had
But
a lot of
correct.
time. I don't know what you talking
No
about.
pick, just
Millisecond.
incomplete that time.
That's definitely not looking
And a
at the
tough
same
ask
thing.
here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here we go, 47. Mike 20, 26.
They'll try and throw for it here. And
on,
this is
bruh.
taken in one-handed.
shit.
What a catch. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end, one-handed catch.
Get his ass.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Kill.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
That's what I'm talking about now.
Complete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
That's straight because I ain't scored shit in the 3rd.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Kill. 54 right there. We're going to 54. Line in. Switch.
Now Prescott.
Look at that toe.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were
Oh, I thought you was going to jump. Oh.
Throw good for 4.
I seen that pick all the way.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
I pre-read it. I threw that shit before.
and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I'll go special. Hey, easy. Touch.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside
do
of the
what I
pocket
wanted him
for
to
a
do.
sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Oh, I got him off as
Waiting from
usual.
the gun. Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
So he ain't going to call passing a fucking
And it's
ferret.
incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I love catching me a nigga off their user. Come on.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
That boy trying to snatch that hole.
Okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get 15.
What are you talking about tomorrow? That should be a good one.
Down.
Well,
Ball
not a
up
good
to the
one.
35
You going for
now
the
as they come up on first
Seahawks.
and 10. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack on first
Come
down,
on, Bobby. Come on.
Linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions.
Perfect cover to the sky.
He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This looks like a free play for
It is. I was offside.
He is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the
Don't
penalty.
get in no empty formation no more. You see how quick you got sacked?
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Go, get out there. Banjo. Hey, 47. Mike 20. Hey, QB's trash. Let's go. Go to 53.
Now Prescott.
Oh my God, they about to pass interference. I'm all over that shit, dog.
27. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled?
He can. He get a field goal.
Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
That's all he getting is a fucking field goal.
Here we go. Kill. You go 26.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This motherfucking D-line so far, cuz.
And leads to 2nd down.
Here we go 46. Mike 20. Here we're going to 54. Then we're going to 53. 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. This is caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard
He might get it.
Nice
He on the 2-yard line, shit, cuz he may
go. For
go.
the final score, they're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Mike 54. You go 26.
Devlin will try to power it in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're
Got
grinning.
in
You
now.
just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the
Nah,
scoreboard. You're
49
giving credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on
I
offense.
started trying to air his ass out.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards.
About to go back to running on the nigga. I actually ran the ball on the only ran the ball 4 times.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
Come on, Carson.
That's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season,
Nah,
I
nigga running
commentated
slow
on
as
3
fuck.
games in a row that were blowouts.
That boy moving slow as fuck.
And
What you
none of
see?
them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
Oh, I just was looking down.
Each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
I got to get armbar back. Armbar the best. Dog, that armbar meant that first nigga missed, boy. That first nigga gets
points have been
stiff.
scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one. They can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Meanwhile, on third
fuck
down,
a
they
nigga named
take a
Mike
shot at
Hughes.
the end zone, but it's
Fuck a nigga
incomplete.
named Mike Hughes. Hold
Fourth
on.
quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Nah.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. Pete Carroll.
Yeah, boy, I couldn't throw that shot out of his cage.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow.
Yes, Lord. That shit was mocked.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look,
let's go, Bobby.
Put some more points on the board. I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Here we go, 46, 46. Right there, 54, right there. 26.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, he's going to let it fly.
Not Griffin.
And now here's another interception.
I know you like that.
Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts.
Oh, yeah.
Very little reason
Come on, one of the 99-yarder.
Down up past the 15.
Damn.
That would go
I
for
wanted the
14 and the
99,
Seahawks
98
first.
run. Fuck it. I'll take an 84.
Take this up
I'm fucking pissed about that shit,
now
dog.
the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's good. 51 the mic, 51 the mic. Short. Hey, easy.
Wilson wants to throw it. That's caught by Jennings. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Wilson, throwing again. Looking deep for Jennings. Inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's
Yes, it was. I pressed R1, bro.
This thing is ugly.
You actually weren't even supposed to make a play on the ball because you was on squad.
Final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that.
Yeah,
score
man, but
late
whatever,
in the game with it
dog.
already well
I feel like that shit wide open, dog. Niggas shouldn't even make a play on that shit.
With it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it. On the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen,
but because you sticking somebody else running downfield with your back turned.
That's just new age stuff.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Not one of them niggas that want a streak route.
Here are the Vikings now to
Bro,
start
nigga ain't supposed to be worrying about another receiver that's doing a crossing route if a nigga taking you up top. Man on man.
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.
You gotta find a way to win one of them holes.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different
flow. You can beat the Bears too.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams.
Appreciate it.
Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's easy. Trust me, bro. Oh, the round.